All right, guys, let's get into our first segment. We're going to kick it off with AgTech. Please welcome SWAN Systems.
We can no longer rely on Mother Nature and gut feel to create the scalable food systems we need to feed the planet. Sustainability is at the heart of our water and nutrient management software, which converts data into actions. Global farming challenges are well understood around water scarcity, weather volatility, and increasing regulation. Whilst data can help farmers understand inputs and outputs, it's also creating new challenges. Many feel like they're drowning in numbers. And why is this important to SWAN? Founded by farmers from Australia, the world's driest inhabited continent, living such climatic conditions has helped shape the functionality and accuracy of the product. Our team has created a platform that is driven by deep practical application. So how does SWAN work? A busy slide reflecting there's a lot going on, but the basic function is to guide farmers to apply the right amount of water and nutrients at the right time. Configurable to each farm's unique circumstance, from crop and soil type and hardware, the crop library has data sets around nutrient uptake curves and specific plant hydration needs. It draws data from numerous sources and transforms it into user-friendly outputs. Always looking forward with forecast weather details provides a level of insight well beyond point-in-time data. Put simply, it is a lab coat for operators. We believe in innovation through collaboration, disrupting the historic linking of software to proprietary hardware. SWAN integrates with over 70 commonly used devices across soil moisture probes, weather stations, and central control systems. These providers are collaborators, not competitors, with such relationships formed over many years of domain credibility. We also have collaborations with some of Australia's leading corporates, including a CSIRO, Telstra, and various universities. We are delivering a one-stop shop to avoid siloed data sets across multiple platforms, which is another farming pain point. SWAN's modular approach brings together related applications like water budgeting, in-season monitoring, environmental reporting, and optimized scheduling. Coming from agriculture, it quickly became apparent that any irrigator would benefit from SWAN. Getting the right balance of water and nutrients accounts for about 80% of a plant's need. In farming, the end goal is yield and quality, achievable at scale by creating a repeatable agronomic playbook. We've demonstrated product market fit with over 160 accounts across 16,000 hectares. Our users see an average ROI upwards of 9 times and water savings of 30%. Our customer base includes many of the larger corporate farms such as Treasury Wines, but also includes groups like Melbourne City Council. Whilst we're enterprise software, we've never lost a customer. The market opportunity is global across multiple verticals. The TAM estimate is 11 billion and the obtainable market is 75 million. We have accounts across all these verticals. Which brings me to the final slide about our capital raise. The founders have bootstrapped the business with around 5 million invested to date. It's now time to raise external capital as we look to expand into the US in 2021. Invest with us as we create the sustainable food production of the future.
Thank you, SWAN Systems. Let's hand it over to Purnima for our first Judges Q&A.
Nice pitch. My first question for you is, can you share with us a case study or two highlighting some of the value creation for your customers? And also, I'm curious if there are any differences that you're observing from a value creation standpoint for your customers before and post-COVID.
SWAN integrates with nutrients and irrigation. It's an ideal process for monitoring the use of particularly effluent as an irrigation source. And poor husbandry practices have created leaching where nutrients have gone into the water table, nitrates, phosphates, so that's created health issues and a social license problem for end users. So again, SWAN is guiding dairy industry people as to optimal nutrient water use. And Kilter Rural is a 400 million sustainable ag fund. For them, it's about systemizing their process. So they're really looking for data that they can use to prove the sustainability credentials. In COVID, it was particularly important for them to be able to have remote access over their portfolio of properties. So again, you could have all the properties onto one dashboard. You could see what was going on no matter where you were geographically. And also it's about systemizing their process so it's actually repeatable and on a system rather than in someone's head. So all that valuable IP about how they use water and nutrients is stored and not lost if someone leaves the organisation. So look, quite a broad application. In ag, it's a lot about quality and yield increase, so 25% improvements through the use of SWAN. In public open space, it's often about water savings, and we've saved 30% of water is a typical overuse. So using SWAN and science can really reduce input costs and volumes used.
Thank you. The next question is around what differentiates you from others in the space, and can you comment on who your competitors are?
Yeah, look, it is a busy space, there's no question, but in some ways, what we do differentiates us. So the fact that we are hardware agnostic, which I went into on my presentation, is quite different to most other. And we're breaking that link between proprietary hardware and software. So we are software only. Also, the fact that we're doing a broad number of applications sets us apart. So we're not just dealing with one bit of the problem, we actually have a number of different applications on the one platform.